Thought today I'd film a really quick Sephora recommendations video in case you're in the market for anything, and if you're shopping the sale, I have a pretty good mix. I have some really old favorites, things I've been talking about for years, but they're things I still use every day, so I thought they're worth mentioning. Then I also have some new favorites, so some things I haven't talked about before. So hopefully it'll be a good mix and that it'll be really helpful to you, and at the end I'll show you the few things I bought myself. My first favorite is for anybody who deals with scalp issues or product buildup, both of which I do. Last year I started using the Briogeo charcoal micro exfoliating shampoo and love it. I kind of use it like a treatment, just use it once or twice a week, but I've repurchased it twice, and when I went to repurchase it the third time, they had just come out with this kit called the Scalp Therapy Essentials Kit. In here you get that Scalp Revival micro exfoliating shampoo I just talked about, and you also get the cooling jelly conditioner. This I've tried and repurchased, so I knew I liked it. The reason I went for the kit was because I was very curious about the scalp treatment. This is charcoal plus tea tree. You use it after you get out of the shower, but before you style your hair. So you put a couple drops directly on your scalp. So I was very interested in that. And then this kit also comes with one of those silicone brushes. And I talked about it, I think it was in my major favorite. So like my favorite roundup from 2018. My cousin got me an inexpensive one off of Amazon and I love it, recommend it highly. So if you don't already have one of those, this kit comes with Briogeo's version. Another longtime favorite is my go-to moisturizer. This is the Drunk Elephant Protini Polypeptide Cream. This is my favorite morning moisturizer. I have used it for quite a while and I can't even remember the last time I tried something else because I love this so much. I also actually use it quite a bit in the evenings if my skin's feeling normal, I'll use this. If I think I need a little bit extra moisture, I will swap out the Protini for Drunk Elephant's La La Retro. So the Protini is a gel consistency and the Retro is much thicker, like a very thick lotion. So both fantastic products, but I think the Protini is something special in Drunk Elephant's line. I have very large pores. It's just something I've always had, and I think they're not, they're still there, but I think they look the best since I've been using Protini. It just gives a very healthy, strengthened feel to my skin. I will quickly mention when I was in store at Sephora, Drunk Elephant, they do a really good job at coming out with kits, value kits right before these sales. So their one for this year I thought looked really good was called Get Even. Other than Protini, my favorite product that Drunk Elephant makes is their vitamin C serum. It's amazing. If you want overall brightness, if you have any dark spots and sun damage, I love that product so much. So the Get Even kit came with that vitamin C serum and also TLC, that's their glycolic night serum. I had to think about that for a second. And then a mini of their retinol, Protini, and their tinted sunscreen. So if you know that you like Drunk Elephant, I think that is a fantastic kit. I think it was, can't remember what it was worth, but the kit itself was around $100. If you have just been curious about Drunk Elephant, I think their Littles is a great place to start, and so it would be wonderful. They are expensive products. I think they work really well, so it's wonderful to be able to get 20 or 15% off of them. I'm going to switch things up and talk about something newer. This is the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation, and I bought this coming up on 2 months ago, and it has been the only foundation product I've been reaching for. It is gorgeous and it's so quick and easy to apply. I think that's why I like it so much. I also have a really good color match. This is SF1 Formentera. Easy to apply, don't have to worry about spending forever blending it in. I think the quickest way to apply it for me is with a beauty sponge, and I love the finish. It is on the light end. It's like light, maybe a little bit medium coverage, but for me that's what I want if I'm going to work. I don't want to have to worry about like a perfected base and having to make sure everything looks absolutely perfect and blended. I want something quick and easy that will even out my skin tone. So it definitely doesn't cover freckles or blemishes, but if you like a light to slightly medium coverage, I think this is beautiful. And you'll see, I like this so much. When I get to what I purchased, I kind of went all in on Ilia to try some of their other products. I was really excited to see that some Sephoras are carrying Charlotte Tilbury in store because it's fun to go and play and see colors and textures in person. That's actually how the Ilia what is this called? True Skin Serum Foundation got on my radar originally, is that they had a beautiful new Ilia display in the Tyson Sephora and it hadn't even been touched yet. Like everything was brand new. So I was able to put it all on the back of my hands and get a sample. So I ended up really liking it. So back to Charlotte Tilbury. I bought this product. I don't even know, I guess I could look back on my channel to see how many years ago it's been, but I really hemmed and hawed because it's so expensive. But if I broke it down, the cost per wear on this would be incredible because I use it most every time I put on makeup. This is the Filmstar Bronze and Glow, and this is my all-time favorite contour powder. of life. Like whatever holy grail, ride or die, whatever label you want to put on it, this powder is in there. I think it is amazing for contour. You can use it on a bigger brush to use as a bronzer. I've even used it as a blush and I think it's really pretty. And the highlighter in here is gorgeous as well. So this is something that the day I run out, I will run out and get a new one. And as much as I can tell, I think this will always be in my makeup bag. I love it that much. Like I was mentioning, my Sephora has changed up some of their displays, and on one end cap, they have a really nice natural beauty selection. And one brand that I think is fantastic, if you haven't checked it out yet, is Kosas. They're mostly known for their lipsticks. They have a beautiful lipstick line. I think they're called like Weightless Lip Color or something like that. But they also have cheek duos. And this one I got for Christmas, put it on my wish list. This is the Contrachroma Color and Light Pressed Powder. So you have a blush in here and a highlighter. And I think this is what I have on today. And I think the colors are perfect, especially as we're coming into warmer weather. It gives you a little bit of color on your cheeks without going overboard. And I think you could pair this with a really minimal eye and a bright lip and it would look incredible. So if you haven't checked out Kosas yet, they have them in some Sephora stores, but they also have their entire line, I think, on Sephora.com. I've been so excited to talk to you guys about this eyeshadow palette. It's from the brand Lawless. It's called The One because it's supposed to be the one eyeshadow palette you would ever need. But I do really like the colors and the formula. So some of my favorite shades are First Base, Casual, Obsessed is gorgeous. And I prefer using Obsessed with my finger, and it really, using my finger and pressing it onto my lid really creates a beautiful metallic. And then Complicated, it's this one right here, which doesn't look that beautiful in the pan, but I love how it looks on my eye. I put it on the outer third of my lid and then buff it up into my crease, and I think it's gorgeous. And also at the bottom, I love when eyeshadow palettes come with really deep, dark colors that you can use as liner. So I love Plunge, DTR, and Shady are all perfect for that. And some days I'll even take a little bit of each of those three on a little smudge brush and then wiggle it right at the base of my lashes. I love eyeliner. I think it's the thing that makes the biggest impact when I'm doing my makeup. I think it makes me look more awake and put together, but it's also the thing that takes me the longest. So if I'm really trying to get out the door quickly, I love using shadow as my liner. So this is kind of big if you were traveling with it. Doesn't matter to me. I have traveled with it and I really liked it. But I was reading reviews that said the pans are metallic, so you can easily pop them out and create a mini palette if you'd like to travel with that, which probably would be smarter. But I don't know, there's something fun about having options. Like I dream up these things where I would do like an entirely pink smoky eye. Probably wouldn't happen, but makes me feel good to have it. I have two lip products to recommend. The first, I'm throwing it way back, but this is a product I still wear all the time. It's the Bite Matte Cream Lip Pencils. So for somebody like me who has really chronically dry lips, there's very few matte lip formulas I like, but this one I think is so comfortable. It wears so well. The shade I'm wearing today is Glacé. I've already had it on for a couple hours. I've been drinking and I still think it looks really nice, and they're so easy to touch up. Unlike some liquid lipsticks, you get that beautiful matte look, but when you go to reapply, sometimes they don't build up very nicely on top of each other, and I don't find that issue with these lip pencils. So they're a gorgeous formula. I've actually gone through a full size of Glacé, and then this mini I think was the Sephora birthday gift last year if I remember correctly. So if you haven't tried these yet, although kind of hesitant to recommend Bite products anymore, I feel like every time I recommend something and love it, they discontinue it, but so far so good on these, and I think they're a very unique standout product in the Bite line. My other lip recommendation is also good for dry lips, but this is more, has a little bit of a gloss, more of a balmy texture, and doesn't dry down, and they just feel really comfortable on the lips. These are the Crush Liquid Lips from Bobbi Brown, and my mom got me one shade, Juicy Date, which I love and I wear all the time. So I also got one that I thought would be really good for summer. This is Big Apple, so a really bright, punchy red. I think it would look so good with perfectly done brows, hardly anything on the eyes, and then this red lip. And I love a red lip, but I don't always want the upkeep, and this balm texture makes it really wearable, and it also doesn't dry down. You don't have to worry as much about it smearing all over the place, and it just feels comfortable throughout the day. So if you haven't checked out the Crush Liquid Lips yet, I really like them. The last two things I wanted to mention are things, at least for me, I consider little luxuries, products I like to keep on hand in my linen closet to reach for if I'm ever having an at-home pamper night and just trying to make myself feel better. First up is the Herbivore Coconut Milk Bath bath soak. Talked about that before, but I don't think I have ever found anything that has left my skin so soft. So I love to use that in a warm bath. And then I also love the Peace Out line. So I have two recommendations depending on what your skincare concerns are. Unfortunately for me, I have to use both, but they're mostly known for their little acne patches. So if I have a bad blemish come up and I put one of these onto clean skin, let it sit overnight, it's kind of like magic. It really helps to lessen the lifespan of a pimple. These are not the most affordable. There are cheaper alternatives on Amazon. There's even a DIY route that I will put a link to, I think, What Kate Finds on Instagram, and it involves band-aids and hole punches. So if you wanted to try that route, but since I'm getting these on discount and I'm not using them all the time, I get a few really bad blemishes once a month, or if I'm on travel, I love to have these on hand. And I also love Peace Out puffy eyes. So they're little under eye patches. They work so well. I noticed a huge difference when I use those. So again, not something I'm using super consistently, but things that I love to have on hand if I'm ever feeling like things are looking a little rough and I'm just trying to make them look better. To wrap up the video, I'm going to show you what I bought myself. I got a set of 3 beauty blenders, so that will last me a while. And then I had such great luck with that Ilia Serum foundation. I decided to try 2 other things from their line. This is their Liquid Light Serum Highlighter in the color Nova. It's a gel-based highlighter. Just got it yesterday, so I have no opinions about it yet, but I put it on last night over top of what I already had going on, and it looked really beautiful. And the other thing I bought is their Color Haze Multi Matte Pigment. This you can use on lips and cheeks, but I really bought it for my cheeks because I saw someone, I think on Instagram, compare it to the Glossier Cloud Paints, like a natural version of the Cloud Paints, which I really like. So I'm excited to see how they compare, and the color I got is Before Today. So I think that is everything I wanted to talk about. I hope this video was helpful if you were shopping for anything in any of these categories. These might be really good recommendations of things either I've been liking for the past couple months, or in that Charlotte Tilbury case for years. Even the Protini, I think I've used since it first came out, which is a year and a half ago at this point. So some longtime favorites and some new things. But if you have already shopped the sale or you have your wish list, I would love to know what's on it. I think it's so interesting. I was kind of considering one of those new Bite lip stains. They only came in 3 shades though, and they were all very bright, and I already had the Bobbi Brown one, so I think I'm holding off for now. But if you have it and you love it, please let me know. But thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you again very soon.